My favorite story is about George Phillips. George was the skipper of an ocean-going tugboat, which is pretty unusual for an Academy graduate. You think Academy graduate is going to be a destroyer, cruiser, battleship, carrier, submarine, but he's not going to be on a tugboat. But George was a skipper of a tugboat. He had two chief warrant officers. One was below decks, head engineering spaces, and he had Chief Bosun Bean was the top side, and he was in charge of all of the handling the ropes and the fuel lines and the barges and the ships and all of that. And the crew were mostly petty officers. You couldn't have rookies on a tugboat because the work they did was so dangerous. So he got an assignment to go to Philadelphia, and there's a huge reserve fleet of ships, all the ships that are out of commission that are stored up there. And he got a job to go pick one of the destroyers and take it around Florida to Texas. So they picked up a destroyer, got out in the Atlantic Ocean, and they got this big destroyer behind them. And then they got word that a storm was brewing down near Florida. So he said, we cannot get into a storm with this big destroyer behind us because it would be deadly. So they decided we'll pull into Port Angeles, which is now Fort Lauderdale, and we'll wait out the storm there. So the night before they got in, George started having severe abdominal pains. So the doctor on the board, who's a hospital corpsman, checked him out and said, sir, you have appendicitis. And we get in, you got to go to the hospital because you are in danger. So they got tied up and everything, and the ambulance and the paramedics are up on the pier. So as soon as they got tied up, they come down. George put on the gurney and up the ramp and to the ambulance. So there goes the captain on a gurney. So he goes to the hospital. When he gets there, they decided that it was not appendicitis, it was gastroenteritis. So they treated him for that. And the next morning, they let him go, and he went back to the tugboat. So as soon as he got there, they're all waiting for him. Skipper, we're going to be here near the best Liberty port in the United States, but none of us have any money. He said, we haven't been paid in 2 weeks, and we got this great opportunity to spend time here in South Florida.